What's going on everybody, it's Barney here, back at it with another video, and welcome back to Proving Autos. And today you join me where my M240i is normally parked. Well, it isn't there today. Well, actually in the last sort of week and a half, it's actually been in the hands of Deep Shine Detail, who have been doing a ceramic coating and a full detail for me, so which I'm really excited to see it, because I'll explain a little bit more about the ceramic coating and the whole sort of process in a bit like throughout the video, but yeah, I'm actually really excited to actually see it, because it's basically what they're doing is they're doing it like a full paint correction. They're taking away all of the like major and minor scratches and basically making it look brand new again. So, or maybe it might even look better now than what it did from when it came out of the factory. So yeah, the plan of attack, we're actually going to be jumping in. That's actually not my car, that's my parents' car, that Toyota hybrid behind me. So the plan is we're going to be jumping in that. We're going to be going to pick one of my mates up, because I'm actually going to be, as soon as we've got my car, I'm going to be taking him somewhere. He actually needs to go and pick his car up from East Midlands Airport. Long story, okay, but yeah, without further ado, let's jump in the car, let's go and get the journey underway.
Let's go.
Okay, we are on the move, so pick that mate up that I was saying about. So yeah, we're on the way to Deep Shine Detail in Lincoln, which is about an hour away, so it's not really too far. That is where the car has been for the last sort of week and a half, basically the time that I've been away. So yeah, so basically what is a ceramic coating, and is it something that you should maybe consider getting it done to your car? Absolutely yes. If you've got a nice car, honestly 100% recommend getting it done. Alright, it costs a bit of money, but basically what it is, it's well, it is a coating basically that basically sits on top of your paintwork, and yeah, it gives your car the protection that it needs basically. So generally it's usually like a three-year guarantee or 5 year. I've actually gone, the one I've gone for is actually a 5-year guarantee, which as I say, the way to do it is really, I think that the process, the sort of like whole process, I'll hopefully the guy's doing it, I'll try, if I can, I'll try and get him on camera to sort of explain the full process, that what it's been done, if he's happy to do that. But basically what it is a basically what you do is it gets fully washed, you know, fully decontaminated, fallout removers, you know, clay bar, all that, get rid of any of the road grime, you know, any of the harsh stuff that's been picked up basically. And then you then have to then go for your multi-stage polishing, which then will take out any minor scratches as safe as it is to do so, because like I say, cars vary. I don't think mine was too bad. I will put some before and after pictures in the video at some point. But yeah, so honestly really excited to actually see what the car looks like. Now I did actually want to be there to actually see the whole process of it being done and actually covering that, but because I've been away, I've not actually been here to actually see it being done. So this is about the best I can do, unfortunately, guys. So yeah, I think we'll crack on with the journey. We'll do a little bit of a time lapse. Obviously I know you guys don't want to see the entire journey there, but we'll do a bit of a time lapse, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, we are very near there now, probably about just a couple of miles away now. My god, it's been a slow journey, isn't it? I mean, we've been stuck behind tractors, HGVs and God knows what else, and typical Britain, it has now just started to rain, so fingers crossed that he has actually kept the car inside before I actually get there, so that it's all fresh. But yeah, I was hoping it would be a little bit nicer weather, but is what it is. It certainly isn't the sort of weather that I've been used to, put it that way. Okay, so literally I think about 3/4 of a mile down this road now, and then we are there. So it's one of them as well. I can't actually remember how far down it is. I know it's one of them.
Yeah, it does catch you out.
Yeah, it's one of them places. I think when I brought my car down, it's one of them places that does kind of just catch you out. I think it's just. I think, is it where that junction? No, it's not. I think it's, oh yeah, see it. Yep. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. See the park. There we go. And there's speed bumps, man. That is ridiculous. All right.
Is it outside? Is it inside? It's inside.
Yes, it's inside. It's inside. Yes. And it has just stopped raining now, so it'll probably start pouring as soon as the car rolls out. But we'll see. Oh man, doesn't that beeping get on your nerves?
Yeah. Not a lot I can do about it though, really. Except avoid going into reverse. I'll stop. I won't go back too far.
That will drive me insane. I'm glad this isn't my car, guys. I'm glad this isn't my car. But yeah, we're here. So let's head inside. Let's see what she looks like. There might be some dogs barking, by the way, guys. So if there's hear any barking, apologies. Looks a lot better than what it did.
Satisfied?
Looking good. Looking awesome. Interior also looking on point. So it's got a bit of a balanced bed.
Yeah, so basically,
oh, right.
If you look here, you see that line?
Oh right, yeah.
So the back bumper's been repainted.
Yeah, I did notice actually because when I looked at not long after I got it, when I was washing it, because the fuses just didn't quite sit flush. So
and it's a bit. I mean, not obviously slating your car, but it's a bit of a novice job because we're basically we painted it with the boot lid shut. So that's why you've got, obviously that's your original paint there, and you can literally see the difference running all the way up to there.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So obviously when your boot lid's shut, that's what we've done. Same with that, we've not taken your rear lights out, so you can see a taping line around there. I mean, the big telltale is when you take your number plate off.
Yeah.
There's obviously some double-sided tape where the number plate was stuck on before. They've just painted over it. I mean, it looks a lot better now because obviously we've machine polished it a lot.
I did notice actually when it was the same sort of. I noticed a little bit. I thought, okay, did it probably have a bit of a knock at some point?
Yeah, I mean, you can just pick up when you look, because I'm guessing with the colour as well. If you've done the back bumper, that's just sort of blowing down the sides. Obviously, it'll be like a mineral white. But if you look, obviously you can just sort of catch it in the line. You've just got a few imperfections, sort of like fish eyes in the paint.
I can see that, yeah.
See, like on here. So that's your telltale straight away.
Yeah.
But other than that, those polished up really well. Numbers for your parking sensors.
Yeah.
Obviously they should be black.
Right, yeah.
So they've just gone over them.
Right, okay. Wow, I mean, how about that, guys? I mean, how good does the car look? I mean, honestly, Deep Shine Detail have done an absolutely amazing job on the car, so I cannot thank them enough for this. However, I will admit, guys, this is actually the next day now. I do actually have an apology to make. There wasn't actually much filming I could actually do when I was there. One of the main reasons, I did try to get AD on camera to see if he would actually sort of explain the process in a bit more detail, but he wasn't too happy to do that when I asked him, which is absolutely fair enough. You know, I can't be forced upon, you know, and I have to sort of respect that. And plus, these guys are always busy. You know, I had to actually book this weeks and weeks in advance to actually get this slot. So, you know, these guys were mega busy, and I had to sort of get out of the way, you know, which you can kind of understand. So, I want to kind of actually go into a little bit more detail on what's actually been done, what coating has actually been used. I don't think I've actually mentioned that yet. So the coating that's actually been put on the car is a G-Technic Crystal Serum Light, which is actually a very durable coating, actually really good coating. It is actually really popular as well, and it's guaranteed for 5 years as well. So if any issues occur, you know, I've got the guarantee on that, obviously providing that it's well maintained, which you do have to maintain. You can't just apply the coating, you know, have all that work done and then not do anything. So Crystal Serum Light, and it's getting hot in here, as you can tell. That's what's been put on the car, on the paintwork itself. The wheels have been completed with C5 wheel armour, that's also G-Technic. Exterior glass polished and coated with G1 Clear Vision Smart Glass. This is all G-Technic, by the way, guys. L1 leather guard and C6 matte dash L1 smart fabric. That is all what's been used on the interior. So not also has he done the outside, he's also done the wheels. I do also think he's coated the calipers as well, which is, I can sort of tell because they do look really shiny. And yeah, the interior has also been done as well. So the only thing that needs to be done on the interior is just like a light brush from time to time. There's actually not a lot of work that I actually need to do to keep the interior clean now, which is absolutely awesome. So I suppose I should really go into more detail on the sort of the whole process that's sort of been carried out. So obviously your car needs the full wash, you know, two bucket method, or some people even use the 3 bucket method if the 3rd bucket's usually used for wheels. Then you have to go for your decontamination. That's actually another thing he said off camera as well, is that there was actually a lot of contaminants on my car, which I did actually sort of expect, because when I actually bought the car I sprayed it with fallout remover and did a bit of a sort of like a mini contamination of myself. And yeah, there was quite a bit of crap that actually came off it, so that was of absolute no surprise at all. Then of course it has to go for the multi-stage polishing, and the only one, I think the only sort of thing that's sort of left on the car still is I think there's some really deep scratches on the bonnet. The thing is that what actually happens is that what he says is to, oh my god, it's actually starting to rain, and actually it started to rain, and that makes me be able to actually check out the water bead on this, because yeah, already it looks insane. I'll hopefully try and capture that in a few minutes. But yeah, so it has to go for your multi-stage polishing. But as I say, the thing is with the when you get down to the cutting stage, is that when you're chasing imperfections, sometimes you can go a little bit too far and actually do a little bit more harm than good. So that is why they say that they remove scratches as safe as is possibly to do so. So I think what the concern was is that if he tried to get them deep scratches out the bonnet even more, then the chances are that could actually then burn through the paintwork, and then you're actually doing more harm than good, which is what you want to avoid at all costs. So but apart from that, you know, the car's come up really nicely. One other thing which I actually need to sort of explain, which he was actually trying to explain, he explained to me yesterday, it didn't actually come up well on camera. So let's actually jump out the car, let me explain in a little bit more detail. And yeah, just typical, it has just started raining. The sun's out, but yeah, it's just started to rain. But anyway, never mind. Is that at some point this car, I think, has had a bit of a minor rear end shunt, and then not been repaired the best way. Here's what I mean. So if I'll open the boot lid. Basically what has happened is that I think if you see this sort of like, there's like a line here which goes sort of like all the way across the bumper. I think what's happened is that the car's been repaired, the bumper's been resprayed, but the boot lid has actually been shut. So the rest of the bumper actually looks fine, but then you just got this like little line here, which, yeah, and I think the same here as well with the rear. What he was saying as well with the rear lights is that it's been repaired and then just not really been. I don't know how well this has actually been picked up, but you can see like a little line here, so that's not been the best. And also, if you look at the rear parking sensors, is that these little rubber bits here, they should be black. But yeah, they've just been painted over. And yeah, this diffuser as well, it's not been yeah, it's sort of a little bit out of alignment. And another thing he was saying about as well is that if you actually take the rear number plate off, it's actually had some sticky pads that have been stuck, and they've just basically just painted right over them. This is actually something I noticed a little while ago, but unfortunately these things, some of these things only actually get found out once it actually gets inside a detailing studio. They get the professional light and professional looks over it, which is a real shame, because I actually had a similar thing with my Golf R as well. Downward driver's side of the car, that had a really bad paint job, and yeah, this is nowhere near as bad as that, and I'm sure it's all livable, you know. It's you know, I mean, that sort of line, you can't really notice it until you sort of open the boot and somebody actually sort of tells you that these issues are here. And there's just like a few little imperfections sort of around here, but to be honest with you, you can't really And them scratches as well I was saying about in the front, in the bonnet, like you can't see them. Well, all you can see is actually my reflection at the minute, but yeah, you can't see them. So all these little things are not really much of a big deal. So, but yeah, I think overall, guys, I'm actually really happy with the way. I mean, just look at it. Just look at the car. I am just so happy with the way that this has come out. And as I say, those sort of other little issues, as I say, it's all livable. I can live with it. And but honestly, the rest of the car has come out absolutely mint. So yeah, I think, guys, I think that will probably be a good time to wrap this video up. This has definitely, I think, been one of them more challenging videos to make, just because it's obviously this is actually a separate day now, as I said. To obviously I recorded the rest yesterday. By the time I got home, it was actually getting quite late and getting a bit dark, so I couldn't really finish it off. So yeah, it's just been one of them more difficult videos to actually edit down and put together as well. So thank you, guys, if you have made it this far. Absolutely massive thank you, massive shout out to Deep Shine Details for getting the car, for all their effort on the car for over the last sort of 7 to 10 days or so. Honestly, very highly recommend. I will leave all their details in the description of this video. And honestly, guys, anyone who's sort of in the Lincolnshire area, you know, sort of nearby there, like as I say, I was only an hour away, you know, I'll you know, very highly recommend that you guys go and check them out, and actually just go down and have a chat with them. You know, just check out their work. Honestly, you guys will not be disappointed, and they are very popular as well. So yes, anyway, guys, I will leave it there. If you've enjoyed the video, guys, please do leave a like. It will be muchly appreciated. Also consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, for more stuff like this in the future. And if you do that, do not forget to hit the bell icon to turn on notifications, so you don't miss out on a single thing that comes to the channel. Okay, so until next time, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you look after yourselves, stay safe, sorry, and I will see you all on the next video.